Welcome to the new lecture where we are going to discuss the topic pointers to structure. So likewise, we declare the pointer of any primitive data type. For example, the pointers of integer, pointer for the character, pointers for the float, the data types. So similarly, we can declare or define the pointers to the structure. So this is a structure, student structure defined by the user, by the programmer. So we have, defined a student, the student data type, which is known as the user defined data type. Okay. So this is globally defined. So therefore we can access this structure throughout the programming. Okay. So we are going to access the structure in the main function. We have the student type here and declaring a variable S1 of this student type. So this S1 has three variables now: ID, name, and OB, the obtained mass, and we can initialize the values in a single brackets. Okay, the 5 comma separated by comma, the string value separated by comma, and the integer value which is 50 will be assigned to the obtained marks. So this is a separate copy of this student type in the memory. Okay, for example, we have memory. So you may assume that processor create a copy S1 of the data structure of student data structure in the memory in a separate space with the name S1. So we can access all these variables through this S1 variable by declaring a dot operator. Okay. So we can now create a pointer of student type, this user defined data types, just like we create the pointers for other primitive data types. Okay, so write down the name of the type, which is student. Okay, and then the syntax of declaring a pointer, which is the steric in the prefix of a variable. Okay, so S is a variable defined as type of the student type. Okay, and then we have a steric, so it means that S is a pointer of student type which will save the address of any other variable which must have student type. Okay, so here you can see that if this is a pointer, so we will save the address of another variable of type student. So we can save the address of S1. How can we save it? Here you can see S is the pointer where we need to save the address, and S1 is a variable of type student, simple variable, not a pointer, where we have initialized the values into S1. Okay, and we are fetching the address of S1, this address of S1. So we will fetch address of S1 by writing the $&, the reference operator in the prefix of S1. So in this way we are fetching the address of S1 and are going to assign initialized into the pointer. So now this pointer, this S, is actually pointing to the same location, same address, the S1. So we can access all these three variables, ID, name, and obtained marks, even through this pointer. But the syntax of accessing these variables through the pointers will be a bit different from accessing these variables using the simple variable. Through simple variables, we know that we can access variables using this dot operator. Okay, but when we use the pointer, and through pointer, if we want to access the variables, then we must use the arrow operator. Okay, S is the pointer, then arrow operator, and then the name of variable ID. Okay, so in this way we are going to access the value of ID. Similarly, we can access the name, another variable, through pointer, but using the arrow operator. Okay, we cannot use the dot operator because dot operator is used with the simple variable, while the arrow operator is used with the pointer variable. Okay, so similarly we can also access the third variable. So in this way, we can declare pointer to a structure, and can access all the variables by pointing this, by writing the name of the pointer. Okay, so this is a very simple way to declare a pointer to a structure and access the values inside the structure. Thank you very much for watching this video.